So today I'm excited to share this recipe with you. It's the steak pie filling, beef that's been slow cooked down with onions, seasoning, a little Worcestershire sauce, and a good beef stock. Simple ingredients, but the flavor is really something. And if you want the puff pastry recipe, please check the link in the description box below. And for some people, it's all about the filling. Tender beef, rich gravy, slow cooked to perfection. For others, it's just that buttery, golden, flaky pastry. The good news is, both recipes are right here and they're really easy to follow. So, let's get started. We start off by searing the beef until golden brown. And for this recipe, I'm using beef brisket, but you can use any cut of beef that you have. You can use beef blade, you can use rump steak, topside, whatever cuts of beef that you have or that you prefer. And then just season with salt and pepper and just stir until the beef is nice and golden brown. You can also dust the beef in some flour before searing it, but I prefer to do it this way. And this is just because I always get a good sear without the flour. Sometimes the flour just sticks onto the base of the pan and I don't really get the nice golden color on the meat, which I like. So yeah. And one more thing, when you're searing the meat, make sure that your heat is high enough. If the pan isn't hot enough, the meat will start to release liquid and steam instead of browning, and you won't get that deep rich color and flavor that we're looking for. High heat, don't rush it, and if you need to, brown it in batches so you're not overcrowding the pot. So for the gravy, we are going to use 2 tablespoons of butter or margarine, and we're going to saute some diced onions and add some fresh garlic. You can also add some spices or seasonings of your choice, mixed herbs, fresh thyme, fresh rosemary, and onion powder, garlic powder, and then just stir. And you can now add 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour or any type of flour that you have. It's okay. You just need something that's going to thicken the gravy. You can also use soup mixes of your choice and cornstarch as well. You can make a cornstarch slurry. That works as well. And after adding the flour, just make sure that you cook it for at least 2 minutes before adding the liquid. So I used a beef stock, but you can use beef broth or vegetable broth, vegetable stock, or simply use water. That's okay. And then just add a good amount of Worcestershire sauce or soy sauce. I prefer to use Worcestershire sauce though. And if you don't have Worcestershire sauce, then it's okay. And then give it a stir before adding some peppercorns. So you can add quite a bit. You can be very generous with the peppercorns so that your gravy is very peppery, if you like it peppery. But if you don't like a lot of pepper, then you can skip this part. And then just stir before adding the meat into the sauce. Once the gravy is rich and silky, return the beef pieces and let everything simmer low and slow. So this is where the magic happens. The meat soaks up all the flavor while it gently breaks down into the most tender, fall apart bites. And this is what you want in a pie. No rushing this part, and good things take time. So just cover it and let it do its thing. So just cover it and let it cook for about an hour, 30 minutes, or until it's nice and tender. You can also put it in the oven and bake at 200 degrees Celsius. I feel like this is even better than cooking it on the stove top. So it's supposed to come out very nice and juicy, and I try to keep the sauce in the meat so that the pies are not dry, and just let it cool down before you fill up the pies. So this is how I like my pie filling. Very saucy. It's going to thicken up a little bit as it cools down, but that's okay because when it's baking, it's going to loosen up a little bit. So I'm going to let this cool down and get my puff pastry ready. Another reason why I do this is because I hate dry pies. So I like to leave it like this so that when it's baking, the pie stays a little bit saucy. Not too much, but just right. So now I'm filling up the puff pastry with the pie filling. And I like to be generous with meat in my pies. I do not like pies full of just gravy. I want pies with meat. And I also believe that if you're making something meaty, then it should be very meaty. Like, why do you want to put vegetables and lots of gravy in a meat pie? But anyway, this is how I make the pie filling. And now I'm just sealing the pies and then just bake them at 200 degrees Celsius until they're golden brown and flaky. So this is how we make the filling, and I hope you guys are going to try it and enjoy it. And remember, if you need the recipe for the puff pastry, check the description box below. Bon appetit!